So next is we will discuss plane scale. So we will solve one problem, from that we will discuss. So that part I have already given. What is the idea of plane scale? I have given already. Now I will discuss what is that plane scale. So the problem I am stating, the problem in your manual, problem 1 under plane scale. Let me write the problem. Construct a scale. You can refer to the manual. First problem. I have no idea about the page number here. Sheet 2. Okay. Sheet 2. So construct a plane scale. Construct a plane scale of 1:40 manual को ना पेज नंबर है जस्ट हम जाने पेज नंबर है ओके so construct a plane scale of RF right plane scale of RF is equal to 1:40 to read meters and decimeters. So two consecutive units, right? Meters and decimeters. And long enough to measure up to 6 meters. Okay, make a distance of 4.7 meter on it. Mark a distance of 4.7 meters on it. Yeah, that is the problem statement. So problem. Next solution. Solution. How to solve it? So what is the target? Is it clear? That means we have to make a scale like this, from where I can measure in the ratio 1:40. So this is a 1:1. So I have to make a scale where I can measure with two consecutive units, meter and decimeter, and then it will be 1:40. Clear? And what is the maximum length to be measured? So let us identify. That is the first job. So RF is given. Long enough to measure up to 6 meter. Clear? 6 meters. Which one is larger? 1 meter or 1 decimeter?
1 meter.
Which one is longer? 1 meter. So 1/10 of 1 meter is 1 decimeter. Right. The next thing is that this is long enough to measure up to 6 meters. Right. So what is the first job? Is that RF is equal to length of scale divided by maximum length to be measured. So what is that? 1 by 40. 1 by 40. Now therefore what is LOS? Maximum length to be measured is 6 meters multiplied by 1 by 40. So what is that? What is that? 1 meter means how much? 6 multiplied by 100 centimeter. 1 meter means 100 centimeter. So centimeter multiplied by 1 by 40. Okay. Is it clear? What is that therefore? 15 centimeters. So the length of the scale will be 15 centimeters. So we will have a scale of say this much long, 15 centimeters, right? 15 centimeters. So that is like this, 15 centimeters, right? Clear? And what you have to do? So you will draw 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And then you will show 4.7 meters on it, right? 4.7. So 4.7 meters means 4 meter and 7 decimeter. So in the meter scale you will show 4, and in the decimeter scale there will be another scale, because you cannot show 0.5, 0.7 meter you can show. So what you will show is 4 meters on a particular scale, and again 7 decimeter on another scale. Okay. So in the starting I have told that there will be 2 consecutive units that you can measure. One is meter here and another is decimeter. So therefore in this scale what will be the change you see that here there is a zero marking at the left, right? Try to follow. Here there is a 0 mark on the left. So in the actual plane scale that we will draw, the 0 mark will not be on the leftmost. It will be in between, somewhere here. So 1, then 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will show up to 5 on one side, and on the other side. So this side you have meter scale. So 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. So 5 meters, that is the meter scale, and from the same 0 you have a decimeter scale, that is same 1 meter unit. So that 1 meter you will divide into 10. So in that 10 you will mark again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Clear? So in that scale you will mark 7. So that is the job. Is it clear? So here basically instead of the 0 on the leftmost point, you will mark the 0 here somewhere. So that will be 0. Then meter on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then on this side again 1 meter, but further it will be divided into 10 subdivisions. So here it is 0 for both, that is 0 meter as well as 0 centimeter, but sorry, decimeter. So 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when I read 5, that means 5 meter. So that 5 corresponds to this unit. Now in this side it will be say decimeter. So decimeter, say DCM, say for example. Now here 0, then 1, then 2. So when I read 1, that means 1 decimeter, not 1 meter. Because this direction it is decimeter unit, and this direction it is meter unit. So two consecutive units having the same starting point, 1 0 for this direction, another 0 for the other direction, opposite direction. So that will be the construction of the scale. Okay, is it clear? Is it clear? So first one is length of the scale we have determined 15. Clear? So we will draw that. So the thing is that you know by this time how to divide a particular length into equal number of divisions. So what we will do is we will take a length. Where? Straight line. Then we will mark here 15, say for example 15, because it is 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter. So the remaining you will erase infinity. Next is we will divide this into how much divisions? 6 divisions. You will divide this into 6 divisions. So equal 6 divisions you can draw. You can do it. So how you will do that? You will divide part of that into equal 6 divisions, 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, 5, and then 6. Where? Then you will join this with this. Then you will draw parallel lines. Keep on drawing parallel lines. And you will be finally dividing this into equal 6 divisions. Because that point you have mapped with this point and keep on drawing parallel lines. So this will be mapped here, this will be mapped here, like that. So clear? Is it clear? So everything that you will do with construction lines, right? Construction lines, you know, it will be very faint. And outline or edges will be thick lines. Here remaining all lines will be construction lines, thin lines. Okay. Next is so further thing is that you will divide. Now what here will be your 0, this will be 0. Then where will be 1, let me write that. Okay. So here we will write 1, 2, 3 here. One, two, three, four. Sorry, the 5 can be included within this because that will be the maximum length of the scales. Okay. This will be of 5 mm length, 5 mm wide. Okay. Next, that part will be doing here. So it is how much? 0. And so this will be the unit meter, right? So 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4, 5. And on this side you have decimeter. So you will write meters, and this way you will draw decimeter. Right? Next, this side also you will divide into how many divisions? 10. So you will draw a line here. Then you will divide into 10. Say 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you will join this with this. You will keep on drawing the parallel lines with that. That means you will join this with this, then parallel lines from these points. Right? The same procedure. Now we will produce those here. That means you place the drafter or the means a line parallel to this from all these points. So you will be able to draw. So this one, you need not draw it completely. You will simply draw this. It's up to yes, completely. That is, you just put the drafter, or the plate of the drafter, vertical plate. That is parallel to that, parallel to this. You will place it here, and then produce it here. Only that part you will draw. Then you will draw here. So all these lines you can draw simply. Like that. Okay? Clear? Is the procedure clear? So that way we will draw it. Okay, now the marking will be say 0, then 2, then 4, then 6, then 8, then up to 8 only it will be okay. You can write 10. Yeah. Otherwise it will be too close and you cannot write clearly, so we will skip in between. Yeah, so decimeter. Then how to show 4.7? So 4.7 meters. 4.7 meters means what? Calculation 4 meter plus 7 decimeter. Clear? 4 meters, 7 decimeter. So 4 meter 1, 2, 3, 4 here, and then 7, 1, 2, 3, sorry 6, then 7 here. So you will mark here. Then you will produce from here. That means after marking, you will produce one. You will leave about 1 mm gap. Then you will draw a vertical line. Then from 4 you will draw a line from here, right? And you will show with this. Four 0.7. That is how we will show. Clear? Is it clear how we measure? So 4 and then here 7 units. So 2 consecutive units you can show on the 2 sides of the scale. Clear? Okay. Another thing is that this will be 25 4.7. How we have shown 4.7 there. This will be 25 millimeter. And this will be 5 millimeter. And this is 15 centimeter, you know. Okay, so that will complete your drawing. Clear? Is it clear? Is there any doubt?
So on which basis we are determining the width of the scale?
Which?
Width.
On which basis we are?
Determining the width of the scale.
No, that is recommended. That is recommended. Right? Just like this. It has no rule actually. It has only the to means hold the graduation. Right? So you have to print the graduation. So that is what his role is, and write the units. Right? So that is the recommended value 25. 25. You can measure it about 25. It is about 25. Right? And this is about 5. This graduation part. Okay, is it clear? And it will go up to this. This part will go up. Okay, that completes your first drawing. Okay, is there any question on plane scale? Done?